The former president and current frontrunner for the Republican Party has been indicted several times. Obviously, his supporters think it's BS and his detractors think it is accountability. And in the same time, we are learning that the DOJ is rejecting subpoenas from Congress in an investigation as to what Hunter Biden is doing, which will connect to what Joe Biden is doing. The DOJ has effectively gone rogue. Only way you can call it out. They're indicting Donald Trump, trying to destroy an election, cheating. And then when Republicans say, OK, well, let's take a look at what's going on with Hunter, they say, nope. If you thought that there was a working system in this country, you were wrong. What I should say, law enforcement. What really is happening is that two factions are fighting for control of one governmental system. And whatever you want to call that. I mean, this story is, partly I'm shocked and partly I'm not. The DOJ saying that they're going to let Hunter Biden off the hook effectively. Well, here you go, ladies and gentlemen. The Washington Examiner reports the Department of Justice informed the House Judiciary Committee on Tuesday night that it would not cooperate with subpoenas for two FBI agents involved in the department's investigation of Hunter Biden because of the committee's stipulations for their depositions. Carlos Uriarte, DOJ Assistant Attorney General, claimed in a letter obtained by the Washington Examiner to Committee Chairman Jim Jordan that his subpoenas to the two agents lack legal effect and cannot constitutionally be enforced because Jordan had prohibited DOJ lawyers at their depositions. The subpoenas issued by the committee prohibit the attendance of agency counsel at appearances by two FBI employees where the committee has indicated it will ask questions regarding information they learned within the scope of their official duties, including regarding the ongoing criminal investigation. He also noted that compelling testimony from the pair of FBI officials, Special Agents Thomas Sobocinski and Raisha Holly, I'm probably pronouncing those names wrong, of the FBI's Baltimore field office, was premature because the DOJ was open to continuing discussions with Jordan. Jordan's deposition rule aligns with House rules, which do not permit department counsel at depositions. The DOJ and the committee could, however, negotiate to have Sobocinski, probably maybe that, and Holly appear voluntarily with DOJ lawyers instead of appearing in the form of a deposition. Let me just simplify this for all of you, my friends. The DOJ will do what they want when it comes to shutting down Trump, and they will reject what they want because they will do what they want. They have called parents protesting at schools terrorists. They've indicted Donald Trump. They have locked up pro-life activists for staging sit-ins, threatening them with now 11 years in prison, up to. They have placed January 6 rioters in solitary, now going on years. And we're learning that Enrique Tarrio and many of the other Proud Boys are facing, I think, 33 years in prison for seditious conspiracy. Now, I can certainly criticize a lot of what the Proud Boys have done. Don't get me wrong. And if you want to come out and argue that they crossed a line, a moral line, and you think they deserve to go to jail, fine. I don't think 33 years is appropriate. I think it's way over the top. But make any argument you want. Tell me you think they deserve life in prison. Make the argument. Do it. I'll disagree, but make the argument. And I will respond with, what about any of the other far left extremists? Any of them? What about the rioter who just got awarded something like $3 or $4 million because the cops were using expanding foam rounds? What about the rioters in Washington, D.C., the far leftists who won a multi-million-dollar settlement from the city? You see where this goes? If you're on the left and you engage in insurrection, they give you millions of dollars. If you're on the right, they'll lock you up for the rest of your life. If you are the son of Joe Biden, they will block your efforts to seek justice because there are evil people. This is out. Look, I'm sorry, man. You want to talk about all the things you don't like about Trump? Sure. You want to say Trump is corrupt in a lot of ways? He's a businessman. Fine. Say it. Don't care. But there is no comparison to a lifelong career corrupt individual in the Biden family to Donald Trump. Sorry. Trump's president. He's in politics for one term and everybody loses their minds. And Joe Biden's been doing this for decades. We know it. It's all there for you. He lies and lies again. And this is what you get. Now, I'll tell you the solution. I get really annoyed by these people who are screaming for violence because they're wrong And that is the path to defeat. There was a super chat we got yesterday on IRL, and they're like, Tim, you get so mad saying that no one's doing anything, but then when we say it's time to take action, you're like, no, wait, don't. It is the stupidest thing. I'm sorry, it's just too stupid. What I'm talking about is you have parents, you have employees. I was specifically referring to a woman, I think it's a woman, who had claimed on Facebook, a prominent singer or entertainer, that puberty blockers were a scam hurting children. And then because of the backlash and threats, they went, I'm so sorry I said this. And it's just like, that's the problem. Winning the culture war and gaining back power requires confidence from the people, and violence does not build confidence. The government has a monopoly on violence. And when they enact that violence, even then it breaks down and erodes the system. That's how you end up with Black Lives Matter, exploiting videos of police brutality or police action in general and saying, fear them, they're illegitimate. The last thing anyone needs is some moron, anti-establishment figure to engage in any kind of violence. January 6th was exactly what they wanted to remove Trump's name from the ballot. Do not give them more. Here's what you do. It's really simple. Download Public Square. Yep. Yeah, I know. And a lot of people are like, what? An app? Dude, Bud Light tanks. We're now hearing that these big hedge funds are getting scared of ESG because they're like, we are losing power. Money talks, BS walks. Target, stop going there. Only shop at companies that support your values. You can find this out by going to Public Square on the app and looking for these businesses. Don't vote for these evil people. Vote for good people. Knock on doors. Ballot chasing and harvesting. Now, don't get me wrong. They'll accuse you of crimes. They'll lie. They'll cheat. They'll steal. They will lock you up for questioning if they cheated. That's what they're doing right now because it's the only move they have left. But my friends, for the regular people that you need to win over, because this is going to require getting a lot of moderate and uninitiated people to wake up. You need to convince them to join X, formerly Twitter. Tell your liberal aunt, if they ask you something, do you see this story, what Trump did? Like, I didn't see it. How did you not see it? Well, I don't know. Are you on X? Are you on Twitter? Well, go on there and send it to me. Get them on these platforms so they can be exposed to new information. Famously, that woman from the Westboro Baptist Church got de-radicalized by being on Twitter and being exposed to other people. That's the path forward. Peaceful, nonviolent, economic. We gain power by building through meritocracy. They gain power through force. But you cannot maintain that crackpot concept. If there's a dude who is building widgets, the only thing they can do to fund their efforts is to try to steal them from you. So it's simple. Only economically support those who agree with your values. Do not economically support those who don't. And then the donor funds dry up, their elections fail. They become desperate, try and use the force of the DOJ against you, but it cannot work because, like I said, it makes them look illegitimate. Who was it who tweeted? Fani Willis's indictment of Trump may have been the greatest campaign gift anyone could give to him. He's the victim now. He's being unjustly prosecuted and persecuted. You know, they say that when someone tries to assassinate a political leader, their approval rating skyrockets. What do you think happens to Donald Trump when you try to imprison him as the frontrunner? The majority of Americans, even large numbers of Democrats, I think the majority of Democrats think that the prosecution of Trump is political. They're hurting themselves in their violent, thrashing desperation. Let them have it. I look at these stories and I wonder, I'm like, they want Trump supporters to act a fool. Don't do it. Smile, wave, and avoid any opportunity that they could smear you or lie about you. Don't let them have it. Instead, open an ice cream shop. Sell ice cream. Make money. Make the right investments. Watch Bud Light fail. There is money to be made. There is success to be had. And there is a shining, beautiful future for you in this country when you focus on building your family, working hard, rolling up your sleeves, getting in shape. Stop eating the brominated flours and drinking the brominated vegetable oil. Stop drinking sodas and high fructose corn syrup. Start exercising. You want to know what you can do to win? It's simple. Be in shape. Start a family. Work hard. Make money. Only support businesses that support you. And make sure you advocate for and vote for politicians that you trust that are standing up for what you believe in. Republicans suck for the most part. Democrats overwhelmingly suck. And libertarians tend to be okay. But it is an uphill battle. It will not be easy. But the answer to this, talk about it. Talk about it. That's all you got to say. If someone goes, do you see that Donald Trump got indicted? Be like, that was crazy. And then they got that thing. And this is how, let me slow down. Here's how I respond. Someone comes to me and says, did you hear about, Donald Trump being indicted? I'll be like, yeah, that's crazy, man. What was it they were saying? That like he was trying to get people to like find votes or something like that. I don't know. Right. You saw it. Yeah, that's crazy. And then you got that Biden thing. Man, I mean, who are we supposed to vote for this time around? You got Trump being accused of the election stuff. You got Joe Biden, that Ukrainian guy came out and said that he was bribing people. And they're like, I don't know anything about that. And be like, look, I'm just saying, I think they're all crooks. I'll tell you what, my friends. Telling someone who only hears bad things about Trump that, yeah, I hear you, I think they're all crooks, it's better than nothing. But I'm not saying it's the easiest path forward. I'm just saying, let them engage in this crackpottery and make themselves look illegitimate. And you just go out there and be successful. This election is going to come down to, in my opinion, procedural moves. Universal mail-in voting, ballot harvesting, etc. That's how you win this one. I'll leave it there. Next segment's coming up at 6 p.m. on this channel. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you all then.